Good morning, everybody. How are you all doing? I'm doing pretty good today. I hope everybody's having a pretty spring day. The weather is really starting to look a lot nicer, and just all that sunshine makes you feel better. But anyway, we're going to make a sawdust pie today. I saw a lot of people wanting to see how to make the sawdust pie. This is really an easy pie to make, but it does have some expensive ingredients in it, you know. It's not like a cream pie. It's got pecans in it. It's got coconut in it. It's got graham cracker crumbs. And you have to have 7 egg whites. Now, I've seen other recipes that don't have as many egg whites. And I honestly don't know how they do it because the batter is really stiff and dry anyway. And I just can't imagine that that's not awfully dry pie, but you know, you just have to try it. I've tried it different ways, and this is the best way that I've found out how. I was sitting here just a few minutes ago, and I thought, I wonder how this would be if you put half brown sugar and half white sugar in it. Would it change the consistency and the taste of the pie? And I think I'm going to try that today on one of them. But anyway, let's get started making the pie. As you all can see, I keep a little thing here behind me, and when I run out of something, I take my pencil and I write my little notes there, because if I don't, I forget about it. So, and then when I go to the grocery store, what was it I needed today? I bet none of you all ever do that. Okay, the first thing we're going to need is 1.5 cups of white sugar. Now, I've got a little bit in a bag here that I hadn't used. I'm going to turn you around just a little bit here so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm mixing this up in my mixer because this really hurts my shoulder. I can't hardly do it. And there's one. And I think I need just a little bit more. Let me get my sugar open here. Put just a little bit more in there, because that's not hardly a half. That's about a half right there. Okay, put this lock back. Then I need 1.5 cups of graham cracker crumbs. And I use the Kroger brand for stuff like this. It works fine. There's one. There's about a half. Okay, I have posted the recipe with the picture of the pie that I made the other day. But if you haven't looked at that, you have to go to my page, and you've just got to scroll down. Just go through the post, because I've posted a lot of recipes and things already that people are asking for. Okay, now, it needs 1.5 cups of coconut. I shred my coconut a lot finer. I use my food processor, and I've also used a spice grinder. I tried the spice grinder. It worked really well. And then I ended up going to my food processor to see if it would work. And it works even better, and I can do a lot more. So, because I think that's why a lot of people don't like coconut, is because it's in such big pieces that you feel like you're chewing hay. And I love coconut flavor. I just don't like to chew and chew and chew, so I can swallow it. But this is a lot smaller. And you need 1.5 cups of it. I put my lid back on it here because I don't want coconut going everywhere. And you need 1.5 cups of chopped pecans. So we're gonna dig down in this bag here, and we're gonna get out a cup. And then we're gonna get 1/2 cup. Now, you're gonna need vanilla. And I don't even have my vanilla written on here. Sometimes when I'm writing these out, I guess I'm just thinking people ought to know this, but I know that not everybody knows this stuff. So let me get my vanilla out, and then we're going to need our egg whites. I got to save my yolks because I'm going to make some pies with the yolks. You do this right here. Now, if you don't feel comfortable doing it right here, don't do it right there. Ew. Somebody asked the other day, whoops, I threw that away. I'm saving these eggshells for my friend, and I forgot all about it at that time. It works better if you've got a warm egg, but you don't have to have a warm egg. Okay. Somebody was saying the other day, they said they always learn to break their eggs in a bowl because if you've ever had come upon a bad egg, you know what we're talking about. Well, Lordy, those are stuck. I don't know if I can get those loose. Evidently, they must have spilt something on these at the store. Well, I'm not going to try that just yet. I'll just get some out of my new carton that I brought in. Okay, let's see. I was noticing the other day, I really had some tiny egg yolks in some of these eggs. But it all works, I reckon. And sometimes it pays to have something to do with the egg yolks if you're going to make this pie. Let me rinse my hands. Okay. Okay, now we're going to put the egg whites in. And when I beat it or mix it up, I mix it with the paddle. I don't mix it with the whisk part because it doesn't need to be whisked. It just needs to be mixed up here. So we're going to put the egg whites in. And I'm sorry for taking so long with the eggs. And it is a kind of a crumbly batter. And I have at times, if the batter looked too dry, I would take another egg white and put in it. Because sometimes it just really looks dry, and I think I'm going to do that today. I'm going to put another egg white in it because it just looks really dry. You know, all large eggs are not exactly the same, and you'll learn that over time when you're dealing with this kind of stuff. Let's see. Now let's try it and see what happens. That's looking better. Okay. Now, try to get that off of there the best I can. Okay, now I'm just going to lay this. Let's see. I've got a bowl up here. I'll lay that in the bowl. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put it in a thawed deep dish pie crust. You need a deep dish for this. And let me set this right here out of the way. Let me see if I can get you. My kitchen is just so dark. I just hate how dark it is. It just seems like it's... I told my husband I feel like I'm in a dungeon sometimes. Okay, now if you look, you can see the batter is a stiff batter. I mean, so don't expect it to be runny because it's not. It's going to be real stiff. And next, you're just going to spoon that out into your pie crust. Just, oops, I just about knocked it over the edge there. Got a big clump. Okay. Oops, there's more. Oh, you have all kinds of things happen when you cook, guys. Sometimes it just don't work exactly right. Then you take your spatula and you just kind of push it down from the center. Push it down around toward the edges. Because you want to make sure you got all those little gaps filled in and there's no little hole pockets there. Then take your spatula or spoon or whatever you like to use and just kind of level it down as best you can. Kind of like this. Now, she's ready to bake. You're going to put it in the oven on 350 degrees and you're going to bake it for about 30 to 40 minutes. When it gets a shiny gold color on top and you kind of touch it and it's kind of feels like it's kind of firm, it's not going to be real hard now. Don't think it's going to be real hard. But 40 minutes is definitely long enough. If it's been in there 40 minutes, it's done. Okay? But when it gets that glossy golden look on top, then it's time to take it out. And you need to let it rest and cool for 3 to 4 hours before you cut it. Okay? Don't try to cut it while it's still hot. That won't work. And it takes a while for this to cool. So we're going to get the other pie made, and I'm going to try it with half brown sugar. And we hope it turns out good. This is how you modify recipes, folks. This is how you learn to make different things. And I love to. But I'll let you all know how it turns out. I'll have somebody taste it. See you all later, guys. Bye.